Paulino says, let's go. I just started my second LLC, so I need this video. I appreciate you.
Oh, Paulino, go watch our episode that we did with Steve. You need to transfer that to an S Corp immediately, my friend.
Yeah, see from accounting.
Unless it's a real estate property. Okay.
Yep. I own a construction company making 500 to 600K gross, looking to lower my expenses through investments and write-offs. What would you recommend? Any connections in New Jersey?
Buy real estate, bro.
Yeah.
That will help you lower your tax liability significantly. Last call in, Fresh told caller he'd wait until saving $50K before buying first property. Does everyone agree? Which loan? Can you break down how much money buy, down payment, emergency fund, monthly, etc.?
Yeah, so I remember that call. It's because when you buy a house, guys, remember that like you're buying the house and you're making a down payment and then closing costs. But don't forget, things will go wrong. I think it's called Murphy's Law. And trust me when I say things will go wrong. So let's say you buy a house, right? You spent all your money you saved up to get this property. Awesome, you got it. But the problem is when the roof has issues, let's say the bathroom has issues as well, let's say the sink is dripping, let's say things go wrong with your property, you have no reserves, what's going to happen is you can't fix it. And over time, tenants get upset, or even yourself. And then the worst part is being house poor, because when you're house poor, you can't do anything about it. So my thing is, save the money up from the very beginning, get a property, of course, but have statements so that when things go wrong, you can fix it right away, or call somebody to fix it for you.
Yeah, you don't want to... And I mean, we could be honest here. The reason why Fresh can tell you guys this is because Fresh made that mistake when he bought his first property. He didn't have any reserves. He basically had all his money to purchase the property, cover closing costs, and that was pretty much it.
And I spent 2 years saving that money, by the way, so it was tough.
You definitely want to have reserves. So we're telling you guys that so that you don't end up in a situation where you get into the property and now you can't even put it on the market because you have something that won't make it rentable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't have enough money. So you want to have money in reserves, guys, for each of your properties. And I explained this in the last episode, and I'm going to have more detail for y'all. I'm going to we should do another real estate 101 for these guys. And we will, don't worry. But I'm going to break down for y'all setting up your LLCs, having a holding company for your LLCs, having bank accounts for each LLC so that money is there that you can use for each property, etc.
But the main point I want to tell you guys is peace of mind, because peace of mind means you get a property, you know your savings, so no matter what happens to your property, you can cover it without any shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah. Hey, Myron. Been wanting to thank you about realizing woman nature. Baby mama did me dirty, took my kids in condo. Used to blame her, but you made me realize I brought this upon myself for not setting boundaries and knowing my worth. Respect to you, brother. Steven Jonas says 562. My favorite part of Fresh and Fit, if I can't watch Money Mondays live, I watch it during lunch. Love y'all. You saved my life and helped me get my finances in order. And we're not leaving. There you go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to say two things. You guys probably don't remember me. A year ago, I was the guy who basically asked how to quit like my 9 to 5. I didn't quit it, but basically I was able to. Now this year I'm making 120. The next year I'm going to 170 from. I think when I told you guys I was making, I think it was 80K. So that's what I'm gonna start making. My question really was for Myron. I know you told me last time that if I wanted to start buying properties to basically live under my, what was the exact? Basically live under my means.
Yes, we'll live way below your means.
Is it possible for me to live on 80K and then the rest of my income just save it and use it towards buying houses, or do you think that I should lower it more than that?
Live on the least amount possible.
If that makes sense.
Live on the least amount possible. You can live on less than 80.
Okay. When it comes to buying properties, I was trying to see, do I have to set up like a business in order for it to be like a tax benefit towards me, or does it also help even if I don't have my own business for buying houses?
I would definitely set up
Does that make sense?
So because I'm going through this right now, and I promise y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a full episode on how I did this, but you're gonna need to set up a big LLC, like a main LLC, and then have all the houses as their own LLCs underneath it. You're gonna get one big LLC that's gonna hold all the real estate properties underneath it. Each real estate property is gonna be its own LLC, and then you're gonna have one big LLC that holds all the real estate, and none of it's gonna be in your name.
Okay. That makes sense.
Hey, I had a question. I'm down here in Homestead, right? So I want to use my GI Bill to expand my videography business. Now, I want to know what's more efficient, using a mixed-use property that I own or renting an office space pretty much every time I look up something, it just comes up as shared office space in Doral. And you know, the noise bleeding, all that stuff. I don't think that'd be efficient.
Well, a mixed use is great. We actually talked about mixed use extensively on our episode with Neo. And that episode's only on Rumble. It's not on. I don't think. Yeah, we don't have it on YouTube. But we talked about a loan that you can get specifically for mixed use. That only has you putting about like 3 to 5% down. So go watch that episode, bro. We talk about that in detail. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with mixed use, because what'll end up happening if you have a mixed use is you know, part of it is residential. You live in it, and then you're able to also rent out a certain part for maybe residential, and you're able to use it from a commercial perspective with businesses.
Yeah, I watched a full episode with Neo. I was
You did? Okay.
My fear was going with the. I looked into the Pan building. I don't know if you guys want all that stuff out there. I looked into the building, but my specialty is music videos and working with artists. So I don't know how many issues you guys go through with other residents and noise. But I think that me doing my thing full time will kind of, interfere with other residents and stuff like that.
Yeah, that could hurt you, man. I mean, are you planning to shoot all the music videos at that location? Because music artists are going to be different. They're going to want maybe, this is my vision. I want to shoot out in this location.
So for the most part, I don't necessarily do actual music videos. Shout out to Tori, but I do kind of a lot of the full live edited performances in an aesthetic kind of way. So I would be bringing in artists to do full live sets on video, as well as running production out of the space. That's kind of
Dude, you're better off just getting your own complex or getting a studio you can rent out versus getting an apartment building like a condo. Dude, that's gonna be an L, bro.
Yeah, because they might complain.
All the traffic in and out, and then if you get noise complaints, it's like you just paid.
They're gonna be complaining about the landlord being too loud.
Yeah,
that'll be a strange one.
Yeah,
you need to find a warehouse complex.
Kind of sub question on that. Do you guys think that I should use my FHA or use my VA loan for that?
So, depending on the deal, it might be more advantageous to use one of the loans. So I would say run the numbers with both. Don't pigeonhole yourself to just one. Run the numbers with both and see which one works better.
Right. Too easy. I appreciate it, guys.
No worries, my friend.
You guys are inspirations. Probably one of the biggest self-improvement figures out in the real world. I found you guys on YouTube a few years ago, and I've just been watching you guys since. Made a lot of lifestyle changes. I quit marijuana. Been about 4 weeks clean now, and I'm so glad that Myron was pushing it. And it's like, thing is, Myron, you sound like a drill sergeant, but in a very good way, because you just keep it real. And that's the thing. People hate the truth, and you keep the cold hard truth. And I really do appreciate that. And I guess my only question is, so a few months ago, I suffered a bulge disc at the gym. Is there a time that you ever suffered an injury at the gym, and what was the mindset, and what was the way you came back from that injury?
Yeah, I mean, literally, as I'm talking to you right now, dude, my lower left back is all tight. I just came from the chiropractor right before the show, actually. And my left lat is really tight as well. So yeah, injuries are definitely something that I've experienced, especially from rowing Division I for so many years. So yeah, I mean, you got to invest in, go to chiropractor, obviously do mobility work, keep yourself loose and limber, pause. And then also deep tissue massages are also something that you're going to have to invest in as well. It's going to hurt but they're absolutely required once you get into a certain level of athleticism or competition, or just, training at a certain level. So yeah, man, injuries are just something that comes with the game, and you got to work around them.
Yeah. And I remember today I was working out. I felt so much better. And I saw some of your IG workouts. I started doing them, and that shit works.
Yeah.
Works. So I do. And your book, Why Women Deserve Less, that's a great book. I read it. Awesome.
Appreciate it, man. I'm glad you like it. My workout's a little bit more advanced, guys. So don't try it unless you're a little bit more advanced, because it's a lot of volume. I get so many crybabies like, Byron, you do so many sets. Why do you do so many reps? And it's like, bro, look, man, I don't speak Chinese, guys, so you need to stop talking to me in this weird ass language. But yeah, you guys got to remember that I've been training for 10 years plus. I was a former Division I athlete. So I could tolerate a certain amount of volume and pain that other people might not be able to. But obviously, I worked my way into it, and I'm a natural athlete. I've never done a drug in my life, not one time. A lot of these fitness influencers, are using testosterone or Deanna Ball or whatever it is. Like, I've never once taken a performance enhancing drug, and I'm very, very proud of that. And I never will. I've been able to keep my T levels at a healthy level and maintain a certain physique. For years, just by being, sleeping enough, drinking enough water, training hard in the gym, eating correctly, getting enough protein. And you guys would be amazed at how much you could do naturally, man. Don't let anyone try to sit there and tell you like, oh, no, bro, you need to go ahead and do drugs and all this other shit. No, you don't, man. Just time, sleep, enough protein, a good training program that has you progressing over time, progressive overload, and you'll be fine, man. The thing is that with fitness, it's so simple, but people are always trying to make $1 and trying to overcomplicate shit. It's very, very simple. Consistency plus time equals results. And that is absolutely the formula for success when it comes to fitness and improving your physique. So yeah, bro, don't let anybody tell you anything. But yeah, just injuries are just a part of the game. Work around it. And make sure, like I said before, you have a chiropractor, you're doing deep tissue massages, you're doing mobility work, you're doing exercises that don't aggravate the injury. For example, if you got a bad lower back, well, maybe it might be smart for you to do trap bar deadlifts versus doing, conventional deadlifts, stuff like that. You want to work around your injury and be able to still train hard without putting yourself in a precarious situation that might open you up to injury.